Hey boys and girls, it's Doug playing here. Okay, so you join me here today with a story about Apex Legends Mobile shutting down. So, at this point, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard about this, so this is not news. But we're here to discuss because there are some little things that don't add up in terms of what EA is telling us and what it looks like is actually going on. Okay, so on the 31st of January, EA released some patch notes to the developer, just letting everyone know that as of the 1st of May, they will be shutting down this game and all servers. So what they've said is, whatever Syndicate Gold you've got now, just go on spend it, but also they've effectively shut down all the purchasing stores, so you can't buy anything as of 31st of January. All you can do pretty much is actually just spend all your gold and everything that you've got, so you pretty much can't purchase. Now, do you know what the weird thing about this is? Literally a few days ago, if not last week, I bought a subscription for Apex Legends. In fact, I bought a battle pass for this, which was either £8.99 or £9.99 British sterling pound, that is. Which is kind of ironic, really, because I was giving this game some faith to see that this game is going somewhere. I really like this game. If I have to tell the truth, I'd say it's in between COD and PUBG, of which PUBG is the best. COD is the game that everyone can play, and this being in between because it's sort of not too hard, not too easy, but obviously PUBG is the legend. Okay, so saying that, so let's take a look at EA's history basically with mobile gaming and in terms of these franchises. You know what, EA is pretty bad with that, and in one way or the other, I'm not actually surprised this has happened because they've done this a lot of times with a lot of their games, let alone they've put out games which have not been completed. Battlefield 2042 is a good example of that. If we take a look at that, we can see a good example of a game that's come out the gate and it's not been done properly, thanks to EA and thanks to just cash grabbing. Pretty much good at that at this point. However, saying that, if you look at the developers of this game, which is Tencent, Chinese company, very massive company in terms of mobile gaming, big push in terms of gaming generally. I think they did a fantastic job with this game. It's not perfect in its own, but however, if you play on a device, I'm playing it on an iPhone 13 Pro, which I've not had any issues, to be honest, with the game itself. I've not had any lag issues. The only proper issues I've had are pretty much based on the internet service sometimes, which goes all funny at random times of the night. But other than that, in terms of the game, frame rate, graphics, how the game runs, the game has been pretty solid. So it begs to wonder, what really is the issue with this game moving forward, and why is EA shut down this game really? And also on that note, just to let you know, they've also shut down Battlefield Mobile, which they were promising to bring to mobile games. That was being developed by a company called Industrial Toys, developer that is. I'm not too sure if they're not the same company that made this game, but however, they were in process of actually developing Battlefield Mobile, and it's now been cancelled effectively. So no Battlefield for mobile. If anyone was looking forward to it, sorry about that. It's not coming. They've done it EA again, so that's gone. Alright, so the thing is, if you look at the history of this game, and if you look at the history of all these mobile games that's come out, realistically, these games have made a lot of money. Call of Duty has made a lot of money, I've got to say. I wouldn't say this game has made as much, but I would definitely say Call of Duty Mobile is definitely raking it in silly. So if you look at that factor and you look at this game, it's not far off. And I remember not far off them saying, oh, we've hit 50 million concurrent players, blah 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 blah. This was at some point possibly last year, I can't remember. But I do remember when they hit that milestone and they were celebrating and promising a lot of things to come, and you know this and you know that. So for them to suddenly come out of nowhere and say, oh, we're shutting down everything to do with this game, is a bit of a surprise in terms of financial success. It makes you wonder, really, what's the story behind it. Now, here's my take on it. So obviously this was developed by Tencent Mobile, Tencent, whatever you want to call it, Chinese company. It's not all EA, let's say. EA are publishing the game, right? And if you look at it, and these guys are doing, let's say, 90% of the work involved in terms of this game. They are literally arms and shoulders and legs and arms, everything's done, everything's gone, mate. They're literally putting 90% all the effort into maintaining this game, doing everything. So in their right, they are deserving of something royalties wise and this and that, I'd say. And I'd like to bet that that's where the real story is to do with this game, to do with royalties, as compared to just outright we're shutting down this game. I'd like to bet money that that's where the story is about. It's really about something to do with royalties, that they couldn't agree on the company that's made a game that's based in China, let alone they wanted to cash grab all the Chinese audiences, which is why they would have got Tencent Mobile to develop the game. And I can't see how this game didn't break out in China. It would have 100% broke into China, which is a massive market, if not the biggest market. So for you then to turn around and say, oh, we're shutting it down, it's not working, it seems more like EA is hiding something here. Shady EA has been shady again. To me, it's more to do with royalties and more to do with who's developed the game and what they owed, and you know, there's so much money made and they can't agree on what's what. So the only thing they can do is to shut it down, because they can't just say, oh, we are closing it down, we're doing this, because that creates a problem, you see, whereby no matter what they do with this game, the involvement of Tencent moving forward means they're still entitled to something. So the only thing they can do is absolutely shut it down completely, and then maybe in future, in the not too long distant future, they can start again and say, hey, look, we're going to start over and see what we can do. Well, that's my opinion, guys. What I want you to do is to subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you really think is the issue here, whether it's just a case of it's been shut down, or it's really some shady business going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, that EA's not telling us. It's been fun, guys. It's been emotional. You're going to see me posting a few more videos before they completely shut it down. Anyway, it's Doug playing. I'm here. Have a good night. Cheers.